please help me welcome to the podium our amazing event host, proud NFTE alumna of the class of 2024, and founder of Almond Milk, Solona Allen.
Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. I'm Solona, and I'm a NFTE alumni from the class of 2024, when I was a top finalist at last year's Regional Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge, and then a competitor at National Challenge in New York City. I'm so excited to be here today, and I hope all of you are as thrilled as I am to take part in one of the cornerstones of the NFTE program, the Business Plan Competition. My business, Almond Milk, is an all-vegan cake brand with a mission to make plant-based desserts exciting, flavorful, and unforgettable. I launched Almond Milk after perfecting a lemon cake that changed how my family viewed vegan baking. Since then, I've grown my business from home kitchens to the Melrose Farmers Market, and I'm still attracting customers with my craveable creations. Through NFTE, I have met so many wonderful people and made so many strong connections. In this program, it has revealed to me my passions of being an entrepreneur, and for that, I am forever grateful. Chances are that all of you here today are already aware of how crucial the entrepreneurial mindset is to the success of our country's economy, our communities, and of course, our young people. In fact, every single person in this room has the power to transform the lives of students like those competing here today with the entrepreneurship education as mentors, coaches, teachers, cheerers, and of course, through sponsorship dollars. NFTE programs rely on the financial support of many corporations, foundations, and individuals. We are especially grateful to the sponsors of today's challenge, including our presenting sponsors, EY and US Bank, our signature sponsors, Santander Bank, and our associate sponsors, First Citizens Bank, PayPal, and Zora. Thank you all for making this day possible. I'd also like to thank the wonderful NFTE teachers and school partners, as well as the coaches, volunteers, and judges, family, and friends who have provided advice and encouragement to all of the NFTE students. That ongoing support makes an enormous impact. Thank you. And finally, this event would not be possible without the commitment, guidance, and support from the members of the West Region's Advisory Board, whom you'll find listed in the digital program. Please join me in recognizing all those invaluable contributions to the NFTE community. Today is the big day, the result of a lot of time, energy, and hard work. Finalists, we know how much effort you've put into your business plans. You know these businesses better than anyone else, and we can't wait to hear all of your great ideas. Before you start, take a deep breath and remember this. Everyone here believes in you. No matter who wins today, know that you've already done something amazing. You've shown creativity, courage, and commitment, and that's what entrepreneurship is all about. I also want to remind you that while winning is great, it's often the challenges that push us to grow the most. So don't worry about the competition, just be proud of getting this far and enjoy the applause and congratulations. Okay, is everyone ready? Here's where it gets exciting. To judge this challenge, we have an esteemed panel of experts. You can read their full bios in the digital program, which is available through the QR code on the screen. Please help me welcome C-suite executive, entrepreneur, and co-founder of Sidelines, Dulari Amin. Senior Program Manager at the SoLA Foundation and NFTE Class of 2013, Antonia Castro. Product Manager at Adobe, Devang Gaur. Senior Wealth Advisor and leader of the Transcendent Wealth Team and Truist, Amir Mossanen. And Small Business Sales Manager and Vice President at US Bank, Brittany Trick. Judges, thank you so much for sharing your time and expertise. We have every confidence that our finalists will truly impress you. We do not envy your job. Now for a brief review of the rules. Each presenter will have exactly 7 minutes to present their pitch deck to the judges. Our timer will show a green card when there are 5 minutes left and a yellow card when there is 1 minute remaining. If time expires before they finish, a red card will be shown and a bell tone will be rung. After each presentation, the judges will have 3 minutes to ask questions. Again, a yellow card will be shown when there is 1 minute left, and then a red card and bell will be rung when time is up. We will provide a minute between presenters for our judges to make a necessary note and record their scores. And with 5 teams presenting, we will pause briefly after the first 3 presentations for a short break, for more brunch, and to help our judges get caught up with their scoring. I'm excited to announce that our third place winner from today's competition will leave with $500, while our second place winners will receive $1,000, and our first place winners will take home $1,500. In addition, our 2 runners-up will receive $250 each. All right, let's start the challenge. Please welcome our first presenter from Florence Nightingale Middle School in Los Angeles with their pitch Sober Band, Jamie Jimenez.
Millions of people across the United States are mourning, crying, and going to the funerals of their loved ones because of intoxicated drivers. Intoxicated drivers pose a major threat and are changing millions of families forever. Unfortunately, my sister was a witness of the terrible effects firsthand when an intoxicated driver caused a crash that led to the loss of her daughter. Experiences like this can leave lasting trauma for many, which is why I created Sober Band, a wristband that uses light technology to accurately detect a driver's blood alcohol content. I designed Sober Band to be a simple but yet effective way to stop drunk driving before it happens. My name is Jamie Jimenez, and I am the creator of Sober Band, encouraging safe journeys. The problem is, every year, around 13,000 people lose their lives because of drunk driving, and alcohol is involved in about 40% of all fatal car accidents. Even with the current technology of today, such as breathalyzers, there's still a serious issue. Their error rates are between 15 and 20%. On top of that, self-driving cars, which could potentially prevent drunk driving incidents, are still very expensive and out of reach for most people. This is where Sober Band comes in. Sober Band is an affordable, wearable product designed to ensure a safer journey for drivers while on the road. Unlike similar products, Sober Band delivers the most accurate and reliable results, which are crucial for making responsible decisions before getting behind the wheel. By wearing Sober Band, customers are actively contributing to safer roads and making a conscious effort to reduce the lives being lost due to drunk driving, one band at a time. Sober Band is a wristband that uses tissue spectroscopy to accurately detect a driver's blood alcohol content. What this means is that it starts off by shining a small amount of light that can actually be absorbed by ethanol if present in your bloodstream. The light penetrates the skin and enters the tissue, where it interacts with various components of the body, but most importantly, the alcohol molecules. As the light bounces around the tissue, it scatters and gets partially absorbed by ethanol. The light that does not get absorbed by ethanol rebounds to the surface of the skin, where it is then gathered and analyzed by the Sober Band system. Now, if there is alcohol present in your bloodstream, it changes the light in a specific way. By measuring how much light changed, the Sober Band can accurately measure how much alcohol is present in your bloodstream. Equipped with Bluetooth connectivity, the Sober Band can sync seamlessly with the Sober Band app, which offers key features like real-time BAC monitoring, alerts and notifications, and data logging. Additionally, the app can also integrate with any other vehicle application you may use. So if your BAC levels are over the legal limit, it sends a signal from the Sober Band app to your vehicle's app, preventing you from starting the car and driving under the influence. Additionally, the Sober Band is also equipped with an infrared sensor that detects body heat to determine whether the wristband is on or off. When worn, the wristband detects heat from the skin, indicating that it is securely in place. If the wristband is to be taken off while your BAC levels are exceeding the legal limit, the Sober Band app will automatically contact 3 of your selected emergency contacts to ensure that help is on the way. My ideal customer is between the ages 18 and 45, living in fast-paced, high-traffic cities like Los Angeles or New York. They are regular drivers or college students who prioritize their safety and want to avoid the serious consequences of impaired driving. Whether they need a way to monitor their own alcohol levels or support somebody close to them, they value innovative technology that enhances safety. They are owners of smart vehicles who prefer the convenience of shopping online as well as purchasing tech devices. SoberBand will be promoted through our website, where customers can find product information, pricing, and purchasing options. We will use Instagram and YouTube to reach different audiences. Instagram for impact stories and product information, and YouTube for ads and tutorials. To spread the word, we'll attend tech conventions like CES and auto trade shows to connect with industry experts and safety-conscious consumers. To keep customers happy, we'll offer a loyalty program with exclusive offers and deals for repeated buyers. After each purchase, a thank you email will be sent and we'll run promotions to attract new customers. We will also be partnering with various groups such as Uber, AA Group, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and dealerships, as well as insurance that promotes good driver discounts to help promote our product even further. One competitor is a Backtrack Sync, which can also detect blood alcohol levels and connect to a phone, but it isn't on the market yet, so that means that people can't even use it. Another option is a traditional breathalyzer, which can also detect intoxication levels, but it often lacks accuracy. With an error rate of 15 to 20%, it poses a major safety concern. SoberBand is different. SoberBand delivers the most accurate and reliable results, which are crucial for making important decisions. It also has a special safety feature that will disable a car if the driver is over the legal alcohol limit. Best of all, it's priced at just $250, making it more affordable than many other options. SoberBand isn't just a gadget, it's a game changer for safety. I am qualified to run this business because of my experience as class CEO of my company, Snackify, where I learned how to guide a team, make important decisions, and keep operations on track. Through the business and entrepreneurship pathway, I've learned skills in collaboration, teamwork, and technology, which are all essential for running a business. Being bilingual allows me to expand my reach, connect with diverse customers, and offer better customer service. Additionally, as captain of my school's soccer team, I've learned how to motivate others, encourage teamwork, and lead a group towards a common goal. I am also currently consulting a tech expert to finalize the creation of SoberBand. My definition of one unit is one SoberBand and a charger. My variable expenses for right now are $169.37. The cost of goods sold is $170.81, leaving us with a profit of $79.19. In order to break even, we will have to sell 133 units. Currently, I have a simple prototype design. I'm conducting more research about the tissue spectroscopy technology, and I am also consulting a tech expert to finalize the creation of SoberBand. In the future, I plan to make a functioning website for purchase, an actual prototype of the SoberBand, patch partnerships with drunk driving awareness corporations, find a manufacturer, and finally look into the development of the SoberBand app, which I have already looked into a bit and have an estimate of $85,950. My tech development fees will be around $15,000, and my startup inventory will be around $50,000.
Great job. I've got a quick question for you. Have you thought about a subscription model? Do they have to pay monthly to have access to the app?
No, our app is completely free. Well, all of that would be a purchase. It would be a one-time purchase of the band. But we will also have in the future different colors of bands, maybe a ring, like an Oura ring, like have you told me? Maybe we'll have that in the future. But for right now, it's only a one-time purchase, and our app is completely free.
Have you thought about what makes it different from, let's say, an Apple iWatch, right? Have you thought about sharing data directly with other devices? Or is it just going to be your device that will be tracking this?
Can you repeat the question again? I'm sorry.
Have you thought about sharing data with other devices, fitness devices or Apple Watch, to help track? Because a user might not be using so many different devices, right? So have you thought about that, or is it in the future plans? You talked about the SoberBand app, I think.
We have thought about that, but for right now, it's just in the future plans. We do plan on integrating it into maybe a ring, or maybe just a band that people can put on their Apple Watch that will still detect the blood alcohol levels. But for right now, we just have our sober band.
In your economics of one unit, you talked about marketing. Can you explain why you plan to spend so much on marketing versus the other aspects of it?
You're talking about my fixed expenses? Yes. Oh, okay. So I plan on putting so much money towards advertisement because that would be like my pop-up booth at tech conventions. And I wouldn't be doing this monthly, of course. It would be maybe every other month. But it would be for my pop-up at tech conventions or auto trade shows. So that's what the 10,000 would be going towards.
Great presentation.
Thank you.
What were some of the key lessons that you learned in developing this product?
I learned that developing a product is really hard, and I don't think I could have done this without my teachers. The support from my teachers, Miss Asipancios and Mr. Vasquez, made this all possible. I've also learned that if I put my mind to it, I could do it. So that is a result of Sober Band. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, now for our second finalist presenting their business plan for Nature Hue, please welcome Cicely Yu and Raymond Chung Wu from Abraham Lincoln High School in San Francisco.
Hi, I'm Raymond Chung Wu, and this is Cicely Yu. We are your founders and CEOs of Nature Hue. A problem that I've noticed with traditional markers is that it has an unpleasant chemical aroma that emits from it. I've also noticed that once you use these markers, they run out of ink. What do you do with them? You tend to throw them away. That creates plastic pollution. Well, research has shown that there is 13 billion metric tons of plastic in the sea. Further research by Public Medical states that big companies such as Bic, Papermate, Sharpies, they use harmful chemicals in their ink, such as xylene, toluene, and urethane, which is harmful to your respiratory system. This problem affects those who are children, parents, teachers, and others who use and buy traditional generic markers. Our market size is approximately 112,000 people, which is 1/8 of San Francisco, which is why we created the product Nature Hue, a biodegradable marker in hopes to reduce plastic emission and also remove the chemical aroma from traditional markers.
At Nature Hue, our mission is to reduce plastic waste. So Nature Hue is an eco-friendly alternative to traditional markers. It's good for both users and the environment. Nature Hue uses recycled material, recycled cardboard, for its casing, and its ink is made up of vegetables, soy wax, soybean oil, and other all-natural ingredients. So this helps reduce the plastic waste issue in our environment.
Underlying magic, what makes us different from our competitors? Well, Nature Hue is a biodegradable marker that utilizes recycled cardboard to make the outer casing of the marker itself. We also use all natural ingredients such as soy wax, aloe vera, vegetable, and natural resin. By using these natural components, we're able to say that it's chemical-free and it's also safe for children consumption. Because children who are 4 years old don't have the cognitive function to say of what is safe to use and what's safe to put in their mouths. So by making it non-toxic, they're able to consume our markers, but they're also able to decompose and throw it in their backyards without emitting plastic waste.
So for our target market, we're starting off as a local business so that we can actually adjust to customers' needs and wants. So our target market as we're starting off is 112,000 people. We are targeting people from their 20s to 30s because they have buying power and they actually care about the environment. So these people are any gender, as I said, 20 to 30 years old, and they're middle class. They would probably live in a suburban or urban area because that's where plastic pollution is a really big issue. They care about children around them, they care about the environment, and they really care about art. Things that they buy often include art materials, toys for their children, and other eco-friendly products.
Marketing plan, how we plan to market our product to our target audience. Well, we plan to use social media platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. Within these platforms, we'll post how our products are being manufactured and how they're being used to a day-to-day basis. We also have a rewards program where customers who buy our product are able to give the word of mouth and get referrals. By doing so, they can redeem these referrals for rewards. And by doing this, we not only get customer retention, but we also get customers who have never seen our product and make new purchases. This fits our target market because 20 and 30-year-olds are very enthusiastic about sharing something new that they found. And what better way to share something that's an eco-friendly alternative to traditional markers?
So for our competitive analysis, as we're starting off, our estimated market share is 0.03%, but this is only the first year. Our competitors like Expo, Faber-Castell, Ohuhu, they all use plastic for their markers. This is really bad for the environment. They also use ink while it may not be toxic, it includes a lot of chemicals. So Nature Hue uses recycled cardboard and vegetable ink. So it solves all of these problems that our competitors do not solve.
Qualifications. Why we're qualified to run Nature Hue? Well, I'm in Business Academy currently, and we learn about entrepreneurship and how to make eco-friendly products feasible. I've also been a NFTE WSI finalist for the Claim Aramco Challenge, which helps me develop an idea to solve an environmental issue. I've also taken biology courses that allows me to understand the natural decomposition of natural ingredients. And having taken 2 years of art classes, I understand the needs and changes of traditional markers.
I am also a student of Business Academy, and during this past school year, I took AP Calculus, so I have the math skills necessary to manage the finances of our business. I have also done approximately 10 years of art, so I really know which markers work best and why. And in Business Academy, during our last project, I earned a gross profit of about $600 with my group of a total of 4 people. For our cost structure, 1 unit of sale is 1 marker, and we are selling it for $3. Our cost per unit is $1.49, while our contribution margin is $1.51. Our fixed expenses add up to $1,300, so our break-even point is 861 units.
So our current status is that Nature Hue is still on the prototyping phase, making adjustments to our markers. But we currently source our cardboard from SF residents and our natural ingredients from local farmers in San Francisco. Our philanthropy is that we're donating markers to local schools in San Francisco, ensuring that students in these schools have the materials that they need to succeed. Our future plans is that we're hoping to expand our range in colors and also make variety packs of our markers. So we're hoping to expand more than just markers and also make our supplies more eco-friendly, such as paint, watercolors, and brushes. Thank you for listening. Again, I'm Raymond Chung-Woo. This is Cecilia Yu. We are your founders and CEOs of Nature Hue.
Hi guys, great presentation. Can you walk us through a little bit more on the manufacturing? Like, have you spoken to any manufacturers? Do you think that you'd run into any issues building the prototype in terms of the ability for the natural ingredients inside to not get absorbed by the outside cardboard and things like that? You know, problems that might come up during the manufacturing process.
That's a great question. So the manufacturing process for our markers is made with all natural ingredients, as you know. The vegetable that we're using is being extracted and boiled to get this color. The aloe vera is being used to keep the markers from drying out. The soy wax is being used to cover the inner side of the cardboard casing, so it ensures that the ink isn't making the cardboard soggy or like it's breaking down on its own. We're also using natural resin, which combines everything in the ink to ensure that it actually flows and stays on the paper without leaking out. I think with the obstacles and challenges that we may face, manufacturing won't be a big issue, mainly because in our society, agriculture is a huge thing, and sourcing from local farmers and staying local currently wouldn't be a huge issue in our manufacturing of this marker.
Can you guys talk a little bit about your sales strategy, distribution channels? Where are you guys going to sell this at? Is it going to be online portals, your own website? What are you looking at?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Where will you sell your product from? Is it going to be from e-commerce websites like Amazon, Walmart? What are you thinking about? How will you sell the product?
So what I'm hearing is you're asking how we're going to be selling these products to our customers, right? So we're hoping to sell our product on our website that we'll be creating for Nature Youths, where customers are being aware of through our social media platforms that we're posting on. But we also would create a store within SF where customers are able to purchase our marker, but also give us feedback directly of what we could change about the markers.
We also plan to sell through retail stores like Target and, as you mentioned, Amazon.
Amazing job. My question is around your rewards program. You spoke very briefly about it. Would you walk me through, if I were a customer and I wanted to take advantage, what could that look like for me?
So if a customer were to use our rewards program, they would essentially be using our website to send a link and share it to other potential buyers. By doing so, it keeps track of who you sent it to. Are they visiting our site? Are they buying something? And within the store, they can also do something similar. Since you get the word of mouth, we're able to get new customers, but we also keep our customers because they're getting rewards such as like discounts of our markers or getting something for free.
Have you thought about how many markers a customer uses a year? So what your acquisition cost is for the customer and how long it's going to take for you to be able to recover that?
Is it okay if we discuss for a moment?
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great presentation. We will now give our judges 1 minute to write their scores. All right, now for our third finalist presenting their business plan for Mindy, please welcome Andre Chang from Florence Nightingale Middle School in LA.
How many of you have faced challenges in mental health, but struggled to find the help you need? Just last year, I was struggling with my mental health, but it wasn't something I could talk about to the people around me. There was nobody I could turn to without feeling shame or fear, and when I did try to talk to someone, I could only tell them half the story. My parents told me they couldn't afford professional help and that my issues weren't severe enough. But I'm not alone. Millions of people struggle with finding someone to meet their mental health needs. My solution is Mindy, an AI-powered therapy app that gives users an accessible and anonymous space to talk, grow, and heal. Mental health is no joke, yet countless individuals struggle with getting the resources they need, and Mindy is here to help. My name is Andre Chang, and this is Mindy, Wellness Made Easy. The problem is that 70% of people globally with mental illness don't receive the treatment they need because of the barriers they face. 149 million Americans live in areas that have a shortage of mental health professionals, meaning nearly half of all America's population lack proper access to mental health professionals. A survey conducted by the Kaiser Family Foundation had 80% of participants citing cost and 60% of participants citing stigma and shame as main barriers to mental health treatment. To add on, 70% of mental health patients have interest in utilizing online treatment to monitor their mental health. Lastly, according to the experiment done by the National Library of Medicine, AI chatbots have been proven to effectively treat and improve anxiety and depression symptoms. So I created Mindy, an AI-powered therapy app that gives users an accessible and anonymous space to build emotional understanding, emotional relief, healthy coping strategies, and emotional resilience anytime, anywhere. At Mindy, we look at mental health with a holistic point of view, offering 3 different modes of therapy, various mental health features, and personalization strategies to suit users' unique moods, goals, preferences, and personalities. We aim to provide a low-pressure and non-intimidating resource for everyone to use. Mindy's key features are its 3 different modes of therapy. Vent Buddy, a less intimidating option for casual conversation and emotional support, similar to speaking with a friend. Mature Mentor, a balanced option, offering deeper discussions and guidance, similar to speaking with a trusted adult. And Cognitive Companion, for in-depth advice and research-based therapy techniques, similar to speaking with an actual therapist. These modes offer counseling that suits your different emotional states and moods. For example, if a user is feeling really intense emotion, Vent Buddy would be the best option for quick emotional relief. The first screen here is what you will see when selecting a mode, giving you the option of breathing exercises, voice chat, and messaging. The second screen here is our user agreement, ensuring that each user acknowledges that our app's limits, as well as agrees that this app is not a replacement for in-person therapy. The third screen here is what each mode's task session will look like. On the top right, there's a crisis management button that can be clicked in case of emergencies, offering hotlines, educational content, and referrals to real therapists for a more long-term solution. On the end is our wellness tools page with various tools you can use to manage your mental health. My target customers are most likely to be from the ages 13 to 25 and are of all genders, as well as lower income and part of ethnic groups that face more barriers to mental health treatment. The psychographics of my target customers include being open-minded towards therapy, familiar with technology, and comfortable with AI. They live in communities in LA and Orange County and have a lower severity of mental health needs. They regularly shop online, have used app stores in the past, and have downloaded mental health apps before. My market strategy will be to create a company account on Facebook and X to target the older audience, and Instagram and YouTube to target the younger audience. These accounts will provide updates and advertise the features of my app. I also plan on sponsoring social media influencers that align with my target audience. As for my in-person advertising strategies, I plan on renting booths at small business expos and handing out flyers in lower-income communities. My retention strategy will be to offer optional push notifications that are relevant and sensitive to the user's needs, as well as wellness streaks, and keeping the app's mechanics simple and user-friendly. As for my partnerships, I plan on partnering with the Mental Health America of Los Angeles organization and incorporating Mindy into their existing initiatives, as well as partnering with schools to reach students struggling with mental health. My competitors are SoLA and Uper. SoLA is a free mental health app for California residents aged 13 to 25 and provides access to real therapists. SoLA's weak point is that it's solely limited to California residents aged 13 to 25. SoLA's other weak points is that my other competitor is Uper, which is an AI chatbot app that uses research-based therapy techniques. Uper's weak points is that it has highly limited features of its free version. Uber's free version does not have a chatbot service and instead only offers a 30-second daily check-in and very basic mood tracking. Uber's other weak points is that it lacks personalization in its treatment and does not have crisis management. Mindy's competitive advantages against these apps include being a low-pressure and non-intimidating resource, having thorough personalization through surveys, adaptive AI, and multiple modes, as well as having crisis management with hotlines, educational content, and referrals, and removing the anxiety from human interaction. I am qualified to run this business because I've experienced mental health struggles before, allowing me to better understand the needs of others going through mental struggles. I have also used many AI apps for my mental health before, and I've noticed the potential in them, but also the many improvements that could be made upon them. I won the second prize for the Cal State Fullerton pitch competition, displaying my strength in business. I was also the COO for my class company, Bioties, was in the business magnet for 3 years, served on the Superintendent Student Advisory Council for 1 year, and was a web leader for 2 years, expanding business knowledge and growing my leadership skills. My definition of 1 unit is 1 monthly premium subscription. My total variable cost per user is $2.56. My total fixed expenses per month is $3,726. The revenue from 1 unit is $7, leaving us with a profit of $4.44. 1 subscription gives users full access to our wellness tools page with self-care activities, AI chatbot customization, and removes advertisements. In order to break even, we will need to have 840 users of the premium version of our app. As for the free version of my app, total revenue will be from ads producing $5.30, leaving us with a contribution margin of $2.74. In order to break even, we will need to have 1,446 users of the free version of our app. Our current status at Mindy is a simple Canva prototype of app screens, the collection of data through surveys to improve our app, and the creation of marketing ideas and materials that we plan on using in the future. In the future, I plan on collaborating with professionals, including programmers and therapists to further develop the app, as well as legal professionals to address the legal and ethical concerns of AI and mental health. I am also in the future planning on creating a functional prototype and partnering with psychiatrists and child psychiatrists to further develop the app.
Great presentation. My question is going to be around, you had referenced it's $7 for yours on a monthly. What made you choose that dollar amount, which is going to require a lot more subscribers?
Yeah, so I took, I researched the average cost for all mental health AI apps, and I chose that price based on the average cost.
So how would you distinguish yourself from other just generic AI programs like ChatGPT or Claude that have some version of this? Like, how would you set yourself apart? I saw the three modalities that you have, but as sort of competition increases, do you have any thoughts on how you're going to build a barrier or a moat around your business?
So other AI platforms such as ChatGPT or Perplexity gain their information from the pool of all the information on the internet, whereas my app is specifically tailored to treat mental health, which is why we are a better option for mental health treatment. And yeah.
My question is through management. So how did the more consumers of this is the more management of it? So how would you go about managing just the different users, subscribers, as well as meeting specific needs for each consumer?
So as we launch this app, I plan on increasing the expenses going towards moderators to ensure that the content from our app is accurate and correct. And to address the other question of the user's needs, I plan on offering surveys on different social media platforms just to kind of gain a better perspective what the users are seeking from my app.
Have you thought about going B2B as well? Like instead of selling directly to consumers like you and me, maybe selling it to companies to provide that to the employees?
I have thought of partnering with mental health organizations and schools. However, I still am researching and looking into companies that would be interested in using AI as a therapy.
I noticed on your slide when you're speaking to your target market, you referenced ages 13 to 25. But when you were referencing the component of your competitors, your SoLA was also 13 to 25. What made you choose that age range, and is there a possibility to increase those ages?
So the target market is the customers that are most likely to purchase from my app. SoLA, on the other hand, their age range 13 to 25. That means anybody outside that age range is not allowed to use their app. Anybody outside that zip code is not allowed to use their app. And then, yeah.
So then yours would allow, it's just that's more of your target market. Beautiful, thank you.
Great presentation. Okay, before our final two presenters, we'll take a 7-minute break. Feel free to grab some food and drink and visit the student expo tables that you might have missed before we begin. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's jump right back in to present their business plan for Mischief Films. Please welcome Lichi Lee from the Los Angeles Urban League.
Hello everyone, my name is Lichi Lee. As a volunteer at the Claremont Police Department, I witnessed thousands of victims, criminals, and their families come and go. They stunned me with how crime triggered such profound impact in people's personalities and lives. In what ways can we make society accept their circumstances with empathy and ethics? And how do we respect their stories when they are presented to the public? These wonders inspired me to create Mischief Film, a studio that presents true crime stories. I named it Mischief because it has a similar pronunciation to missing, mission, and mischief, which are all adjectives to describe a crime film. Also, it can separate it into Miss Lichi, which is the CEO's name. Crime films has oversimplified the representation of good and evil. It has brainwashed audience with the perceptions that victims are all purely innocent, while criminals are completely evil, which is inaccurate when looking at real-life crimes. They are often narrated or portrayed by actors who has never truly experienced the physical or emotional pain of a crime, which limits depth and authenticity. And most content is designed for entertainment rather than to educate, empathize, or honor the people affected. In Mischief's film, we develop the perspective that the qualities of a person are not defined by their title of criminal or victim, allow real participants to reenact their stories in films, and shift the focus back to truth, healing and awareness, and educating safety knowledge. We are producing 12 short films annually, with each film focusing on a specific perspective, from the criminals, the victims, or the eyewitness, or introducing a new type of crime, international espionage, AI-facilitated crime, or cryptocurrency scams. Over time, these films can form a compelling, interconnected crime series. Despite that aspect, every film's viewpoint and plot still stand on its own. Mishi stands out by inviting real-life criminals and victims to act in films, to act their true perspective, true sentiments, and approach in films. We will not let them meet to prevent a second trauma. Before films are published, we will receive consent from the guardians of each role. Film's key themes will focus on self-protection, generosity for casualties, admiration for leaders, and change to the world. Crime film audience are mainly women aged 15 to 55 because they learn from films to recognize and avoid danger, are more soft-hearted in showing empathy and compassion, and have a stronger sixth sense, which make them more attracted to details. They mostly come from the US and UK due to cultural respect for justice and a strong entertainment industry. We all appreciate stepping into different shoes, then reflecting on self-morality and ethics. Overall, they spend 3.8 hours watching crime films weekly. We have a large and loyal fan base, which equals higher streaming and copyrights. Serialized format of our film also increases audience engagement, as viewers are more likely to return for each new installment. This builds anticipation of ongoing viewership. We are promoting our films through collaborating with existing script kill and escape room experience, advertising on murder mystery board games and online crime games, and collaborating with amusement parks during Halloween celebrations and crime film fan communities. These strategies are appealing to fans because these are spaces where they usually gather for sensory knowledge. We evaluate different qualities between different types of true crime discipline through 4 categories. First, ethics and impacts. Some, like Morbid, do discuss mental health, but mix it with dark humor. Mishi centers the story around respect. Next, channels and podcasts rely on narration or script delivery. Mishi shows a visual depiction. Also, others highlight gruesome details, twists, or dramatic endings just to keep the audience entertained. Mishi flips that focus back to education and making wise choices. Lastly, other companies at most interview crime participants. Mishi, our signature, is to allow them not just to talk, but to act. True crime has never been presented through this method. I am an artist, dancer, orator, pianist, and actress. Those talents expand my participation as multiple roles. I am also an expert in photo and video editing. Additionally, I've participated in the Claremont Police Department Export Program since 2023, where I was trained in law enforcement techniques and ride-alongs with police officers. This summer, I am also going to the Fontana Police Academy, where I will delve deeper into researching crimes. My leadership skills also help me to professionally select collaborators who precisely represent my art taste. Together, our teamwork efficiently decreases the cost and progress to the perfect outcome. I'm selling my film to educational institutes as teaching cases for $3,000 and streaming networks for $4,000. Copyrights are $25 per play. These prices are based on industry averages. The contribution margin will be $2,665 for educational institutes and $3,665 for streaming networks. When hiring actors, we offer community service hours and a 5% back-end deal from our net profit. 1/3 or 1/5 of the film will regain monthly spending. The total investment is $335 with a fixed expense of $825. Currently, I started working with the police department in script writing my first film, The Disappointed Heart in My Diary, explores how a girl hacked and stole the personal information of more than 100 million people and hijacked the computer server for cryptocurrency. The production process includes trauma-informed casting and directing with ethical care and consent. Later, producing 12 short films annually will become a regular practice of my company. I am also looking for investors. They often obtain these standards. Mishi transforms true crimes into powerful lessons, honorable truth, and influential tenderness. Let's be the hero and contribute to our society. I believe this is going to make the world beautiful and without crime. Remember to invest in Mishi. Thank you.
Love your presence. Great.
Thank you.
My question is, how does your company specifically differ from documentary or, from that kind of perspective?
Documentary, they mainly focus on interviewing, but we allowed the crime participants to act with whatever they are feeling and whatever they did in that specific crime case.
How are you planning on casting?
So first, I will inform them that I will receive consent from them and receive that they are available and feel comfortable with presenting their true feelings and emotions. And after, I just allow them to just improv in films, and just make them feel like their true selves.
What made you come up with this idea? Where's the passion coming from? And I just want to hear a little bit about that.
Thank you. I always wanted to become an actress and a director when I was young. So this come up the idea that I want to create a film studio. And I work with the police department at Claremont Police Department. They taught me in a lot of ways to deal with crimes, how to solve a crime. And I just hope that I can present this knowledge that I learned from the police department to more people, so more people have the opportunity to learn in this field.
Do you plan on doing any research in terms of what kind of themes or topics would be most viable for your audience?
Yes, I already researched a lot, and I'm really interested in technology crimes, like AIs and like cryptocurrency. That's why I started my film in this.
Very interesting concept, actually. I love the presentation as well. I saw on the slide that you mentioned you were part of the summer program with the Claremont Police Department, right?
Yes.
Did you get any specific insight from the program, like working with the law enforcement officers? Like any specific insight that you feel that will definitely help you build this studio?
So during every meeting at the Claremont Police Department, we act in scenarios. So we act as police to deal with and the police officers, the real police officers are going to act as criminals. And how we deal with them. And then after each scenario act, they are going to give us feedbacks. Yes. Oh. Thank you.
All right, great job with the presentation. And we'll give judges 1 minute to write down their scores. All right, now for our 5th finalist presenting her business plan for Smart Swing, please welcome Noelle Cannon from Joseph A. Gregory High School in Modesto.
Hi, my name is Noelle Cannon, and I'm the founder and CEO of Smart Swing. Do you want to level up your tennis game? Whether you're a professional or a beginner, this product will help you take that next step. I've been playing tennis for 7 years now, so when it comes to cheating and unfair line calls, I know all about that. And that's why I created Smart Swing. Okay, what problems led me to creating this? Line call arguments ruin games. In casual and competitive tennis, players argue whether the ball was in or out, leading to frustration, loss of focus, and even ruining matches. Hawkeye technology is expensive. Professional tournaments use high-tech systems like Hawkeye for accurate line calls, but this technology is too expensive for everyday players, clubs, and schools. There's no affordable, portable solution until my product, Smart Swing. Human errors affect accuracy. Even experienced players and referees make mistakes when calling line shots. Especially in fast-paced games, the human eye can't always keep up, leading to incorrect calls that can change the outcome of a match. What is Smart Swing? Smart Swing is an affordable AI-powered device that attaches to any tennis racket, which is paired to an app on your phone. It uses advanced sensors that can tell based off your arm movement whether the ball will be in or out using AI with pinpoint accuracy. It can also analyze your swing to improve your shot speed and topspin. And then some key features are real-time line calls, portable and easy to use, and it eliminates arguments, reduces human error, and improves your swing form during live play. Okay, value proposition. So Smart Swing solves the problem of unfair missed line calls, but it can also replace having a coach, because whatever your coach does, this can do as well. So your coach gives you advice and on what you need to improve on, and this app does just that as well. And it also, based on your play and what you need to improve on, it gives you recommended drills that you can then work on the court. Okay, underlying magic. So the product has 2 small cameras that face opposite directions. It has electronics that identify the hitting face of the racket, as well as the speed of the racket, the angle of the racket, and upward motion of the racket. The app can replay the previous point, ball trajectory to show the ball being in or out. It will take a quick snapshot the moment it senses the racket contact the ball and display the calculated trajectory of the ball. So here we have the app interface that I designed. So you search players to start a match, and then you start the match with them. So you both need the product for this to work. So then you start the match with them, and then here you have different categories. So it says latest matches right there, so it shows you the match you played. So you click on it, and it'll show you every point in detail, and if it was in or out, and then it'll give you recommended feedback on what you need to improve on, and it'll give you drills that you can work on to improve. And then we have positive affirmations there, because if you're a tennis player, you know that the mental game there's more mental game than is a physical game, because you need to get in the right headspace when stepping on the court. Target market. So I would target high school athletes and recreational competitive tennis players ages 14 through 50, both male and female, active in leagues, schools, and clubs. And then geographics would be regions with high tennis activity in the United States, such as California and Florida. And then psychographics would be competitive, performance-focused individual who values accuracy and fairness in games, enjoys using technology to improve their game. And then buying patterns would be people willing to invest in gear that enhances their play and shop at sporting goods stores, online, or through tennis clubs, maybe influenced by other people using Smart Swing. Okay, marketing goals. So my marketing goal is to raise awareness of Smart Swing in local schools and tennis communities, and I would drive initial sales to early consumers, competitive players, coaches, and I would want to build my brand reputation as a reliable anti-cheating tennis tool. So my key metrics would be number of units sold per month, social media engagement, customer reviews, and repeated buyers. So my retention strategies would be to use surveys to gather input and improve the product, and then for channels, I would use social media and local tournaments, and I would target students and young players with short demonstration videos on popular apps. And then for channels, I'd also do local tournaments, because I would sponsor local tennis events for visibility and direct interaction so people can see the product. And then competitive analysis. So here are some competitors: Hawkeye, Slam Tracker, and Fast Track. So Hawkeye and Slam Tracker are kind of the same things. They're expensive and limited accessibility. And then Fast Track, which is it's a portable net that feeds you balls, but it also does have its weakness, which is the net is not durable. But my competitive and then these aren't really that similar to mine. And then competitive advantage is Smart Swing uses AI to track whether the ball is in or out in real time. It's based on arm movement, along with an app that syncs with the product, so you can go back to check previous points. Smart Swing is also very affordable considering what it does. And then my estimated market share in 2 years would probably be around the 4%, because my business would just be starting out, and it would obviously take time to get the word out. Okay, qualifications. So I've been playing tennis for 7 years. I play for my high school and practice in my free time. I've competed in many tournaments, and I've gained court experience. I'm very familiar with the challenges of tennis, such as when people cheat. And then I've also been taking entrepreneurship, and I'm interested in AI. So cost structure, so definition of 1 unit would be 1 Smart Swing AI device, and I would be selling it for around $170. And then the cost of variable material includes 2 motion cameras, accelerometer, sensors, and rechargeable battery. And then my fixed expenses would come down to $10,000 per month. My monthly break-even units would be 91 units per month. Okay, current status and future plans. So I'll launch and beyond year 1. So first I'll work on having an actual prototype that works, and then I'll start selling to tennis players. My goal is to sell 500 units in 1 year and grow to 2,000 sold by year 2. Okay, so the costs and money needed. I'll probably need around $7,000 to $25,000 to build a prototype and advertise. And then my next steps would be to use profit to advance the technology of the product and increase marketing. And then training and mentorship. For funding, I'd find mentors, investors to work with who are interested in sports technology. And then I would find tech groups to learn how to grow, get funds, and see a software and electronics engineer. That's Smart Swing, and thank you for listening.
Noel, other than the cost of buying the device, is there a subscription cost as well?
So for the app, I think like if you want like a real professional coach to like guide you and help you with your play, that would be like a membership for the app that you can also like buy as well, like a monthly membership that you'd have to pay.
On the actual prototype, do you happen to know what the actual lifespan of every device is? How would it react to like it being hit by the ball, or is there insurance for that?
So I would work with the mechanical and like electronics engineer, so they would help me really like design a durable product. So if the ball hits it, it would stay there, like it would stay in place, and then yeah, that's like it. So, yeah.
Noel, how much money would you want to raise? You talked about investors to get your business started.
So I want to raise like around first starting, I want to raise around like $10,000 because that seems like a realistic goal. But I'd want to like raise and then raise over like 20,000 and like keep on, raising money so I can like really make the product come to life.
Is it only for professional players, or is it also for amateurs?
No, like this product is made for casual and semi-pro players, because professional players, they have like hawk eye, like when playing professional matches, and that's like only like accessible to them, and like it's super expensive and complex. So this product is made like specifically for casual players.
All right, great presentation. At this time, I'd like to ask the judges to collect their things so they can head off to finish scoring, deliberate, and determine who our top winners will be for today's competition. And let's give one last round of applause to all of our student presenters. You were fantastic. And now, I'd like to introduce the program director for the West Region, Emma Hunt. Emma Hunt.
Thanks, Solana, for being here today to MC our event and represent your fellow NFTE West alumni. Please join me in applauding Solana. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you found our students' presentations inspiring. I am always amazed at their ideas and at the depth of commitment they have in bringing them to life. Now, while their pitch decks and presentations are a testament to all the hard work and passion our students put into their business, they are also a reflection of the secret sauce behind the success, an incredible NFTE teacher. NFTE teachers are highly skilled, disciplined, and passionate educators who exemplify content knowledge, classroom management, and a belief that entrepreneurial mindset can change a student's trajectory. And NFTE is proud to have so many incredible educators supporting our students in the West region. Not all of them can be with us today, but I know we have some who are here and with us. Teachers, could you stand and be recognized? This year, the West Region is excited to honor 2 teachers for their outstanding work with NFTE students. And it would take a long time to list all of their accomplishments, but suffice to say that their students are engaged, poised, and passionate about entrepreneurship. Their positive spirit is infectious, and their commitment to youth entrepreneurship is admirable. Today, we honor both of them for their creativity, innovation, and dedication to our young learners. We want to acknowledge their commitment to entrepreneurship and exposing our youth to really believing that anything is possible. I am proud to announce that the 2025 West Region Teachers of the Year, who will each receive a check for $250, are Rhonda Holbert and Crystal Mitchell from the Los Angeles Urban League. Yes, come on.
Wow, this is, okay, I wasn't supposed to cry. But what brings tears to my eyes, in addition to the partnership with NFTE, are our children. To see them come in on the first day, kind of like, where in the world am I? To the second day, parents saying, I can't believe I didn't have to wake them up to come to class. To see them go from budding flowers to blooming individuals who call on the weekend, who call at night, Ms. Rhonda, but I had this idea. How do I make my marketing strategy work for my business? And you're up until midnight helping them get their information into reviewer because it's due by midnight before that clock turns over. But to see their passion, their ideas grow. And even those that think, I can't do this is not for me, I'm only here because my mom made me come. And they turn it all the way around to begin to make a difference in the world. And step by step, not just the Urban League children, but all the children. I'm so amazed at what I saw today. Oh my goodness, we have to step it up. But anyway, I really appreciate this honor. I have been teaching this program since 2007. And I've seen a number of things and a lot of young people making a difference for tomorrow. Thank you.
So I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years, and I had the blessing to have parents and aunts and uncles. So I'm a third-generation entrepreneur. And I teach adults, and that's how it started out with me. I teach adults. But then I realized that for our future, we have to start our children out very early so that they learn these skills, so one day that they will be our founders. They will be our Bill Gates. They will be our Elon Musk, hopefully differently, but they will own companies of these nature, and they will take care of their parents. And so Rhonda brought me in about 12 years ago, and as a volunteer. And then next year I was no longer a volunteer. I was part of the fabric, and so we have worked very hard every summer, and we expanded to the winter, to the fall program. So we actually are working year-round with young people, and it's amazing. And thank the support of the Los Angeles Urban League for giving us carte blanche to do whatever we want, and NFTE for the support. And we want to thank you all. So thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda and Crystal. And congratulations to all of our schools and teachers who go above and beyond to support our students. We would not be here without you. And now, please help me welcome to the podium NFTE Development Director, Christina Wallace.
Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here today to honor even more exceptional contributors to NFTE's learners' successes. Each year, NFTE West selects both an individual and a corporate volunteer of the year from our region who then become nominees for NFTE's National Volunteer of the Year Awards, presented at the National Challenge in New York City this October. This year's Individual Volunteer of the Year has been a tireless and enthusiastic champion for NFTE West. Not only has he served as an involved and dedicated advisory board member, but he has personally committed to coaching our finalists and hosting field trips for our students. He took students under his wing and truly committed to their individual growth and success. As a board member, he leads by example and is an invaluable member of our team. Congratulations to our Individual Volunteer of the Year, Chris Boyd of Wilson-Sonsini.
Thank you very much, Christina, and thank you to the entire NFTE team for the award. I'm truly honored. It is a pleasure and a privilege to volunteer for such a great organization. You know, I started many years ago. In my day job, I work for a law firm called Wilson-Sonsini, and our clients are primarily entrepreneurs in the technology and life sciences fields. And especially at the earliest stages of their companies, they have dreams of products and services that will really change the world, just much as our students and our competitors today do. And we provide legal services that help them achieve their dreams. And it's a wonderful thing to do. So when the opportunity came along to work with an organization like NFTE that has such a great program to teach the entrepreneurial mentality to our middle and high school students, I just jumped at the opportunity to do that. And it's really been an amazing program to volunteer for. I've tutored students, I've coached them on their business plans, I've judged competitions, we've brought them into the workplace to tell them about careers and what they can do as an entrepreneur in this world. And it's been fantastic. So for those of you who are volunteers, thank you so much for serving. For those of you who are considering it, I highly encourage you to do so. The NFTE team is wonderful and they make it easy to give your time, and it's an incredibly rewarding experience. So thank you again, it's a pleasure. Again.
Congratulations again, Chris, and thank you for everything you do on our behalf. It should come as no surprise that BMO is our Corporate Partner Volunteer of the Year winner this year. BMO cannot be matched in their eagerness to help grow the experiences of NFTE West students. They are proactive in their approach to volunteerism and are consistently reaching out to ask how they can help. With leadership from our own advisory board member, John Finley, BMO recruits a truly exceptional number of volunteers, both for the West region as well as nationally. They are also significant financial supporters of NFTE West, and they are truly invaluable to everything we do here. Accepting this award on behalf of BMO is the Vice President and Community Giving Manager, Cheryl Kassab.
Move this down. Hi, everyone. It's truly an honor to accept the NFTE West Corporate Volunteer of the Year Award. Just on behalf of the BMO colleagues that I work with every day, their commitment in the community, their passion for this partnership, and John Finley, who is a true champion in our San Francisco region. It's just been a joy, really. Well, today has been a joy. It's really emotional, but it's been a joy to work with the kids and the students and see their creativity and their passion come to life. And it's so contagious for us all. And then also personally meaningful to hear from Florence Nightingale middle school students who I've worked with over the past few years. That's just really been special. So I just want to congratulate everyone today, the students, the teachers, NFTE, all of the other corporate partners. It means a lot. We do it together in our community. It's not one company, it's all of us. And so I just want to thank you. Doing this work with you all is part of how we embody at BMO, boldly growing the good in business and life. And so we look forward to continuing to partner with you. Thank you.
Thank you again to all of our amazing volunteers for what you do and you continue to do for all of our students, teachers, us as a staff. You just always step up when we ask for anything. And now it is my great privilege to introduce a very special segment of this afternoon's event. Charles Choice is the executive director of the Do or Die Visionary Foundation, which he helped found alongside entrepreneur and media personality Rob Dyrdek. The foundation supports underrepresented entrepreneurs and youth through mindset development, strategic partnerships, and transformational programming. Charles is also a proud NFTE alum from the class of 2001 and also another valued member of our NFTE West Advisory Board. We are honored to have him here to address us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for that. Wow, it's truly an honor and privilege to be here today in front of you all. First and foremost, before I get into anything, I want to give a big shout out to all the students. I'm so happy I don't have to be a judge, because it's so clear that you guys put so much love, dedication, and energy into creating such fantastic ideas, and it truly shows in your work. It's been a while since I've been in NFTE, but I actually remember what it was like to be in your shoes, like exactly what it was like. I remember, stepping into a room full of strangers and having to pitch my idea in front of people that I didn't know. I remember even coming to the program on the first day and learning the definition of entrepreneurship. I remember making it to the final round of the pitch competition all the way on Wall Street. I remember the bittersweet feeling of coming in second place. I remember, funny enough, this big clunky briefcase that NFTE used to give us to carry our materials from session to session. For sure, definitely professional, but I will honestly say that it was not fashionable for a 13-year-old kid from the Bronx to be walking around with this briefcase, every single week. I remember actually coming home from the sessions, coming back to my neighborhood and being made fun of for carrying this briefcase by the kids on my block, right? And I remember the self-conscious feeling that I felt deep in my core. But all while that was happening, I kept pushing because I felt deep down that something really, really important was happening. And I understood that what was developing inside of me was my entrepreneurial mindset. And so, despite all of that, I pushed through and, I kept going to the sessions week by week. And as I was going, I started noticing things around me. I noticed that entrepreneurship was all around me. I was surrounded by it. The guys hustling mixtapes in the subway, the woman selling ices after school on the corner, the barbers at the barbershop, the bodega owner who seemed to know everyone in the neighborhood. They were all entrepreneurs. They just didn't call it entrepreneurship. But every day, every single day, they were bringing value and solving real problems within our community. That was a realization that changed everything for me, because that's when I started to understand that entrepreneurship wasn't just some exclusive or foreign concept. It was actually something that was very tangible and something that was very much a part of my world. And so as I look back, I'm beyond grateful for NFTE, for opening my eyes at such a young age. It was this mindset that allowed me to have some amazing experiences in my career, all the way to working with one of the top entertainers of my generation, Rob Dyrdek, and being chosen to run his foundation. I thought long and hard about what I wanted to impart in the students today. And, beyond my story, there's some key gems that I really want to share with you that I feel shape my entrepreneurial journey, and hopefully it can help transform yours. And so the first gem is to build things based on your personal passions or the problems that you experience directly. The greatest businesses solve problems that founders have lived through themselves. When you build from your own experience, you have an intimate understanding of what the pain points are. You know who the customer is, and you have a real understanding of what a solution could look like. You're not just guessing, you're solving something based on You're solving something that you genuinely care about. When I graduated from college, I was fortunate enough to secure a job at JPMorgan Chase. And while it definitely felt like a safe bet for someone just stepping into the workforce, the work honestly didn't speak to my soul. And to be real, I started feeling empty every single day, more and more empty every single day. So after careful consideration, I chose to take a leap of faith, and I left my job to start my own company. I launched it with my best friend, and the name of the company was called Ricochet. And what we were a startup that was focused on connecting travelers to authentic local experiences around the city. Literally the day that I made that decision and put in my 2 weeks notice, we got a call from Comcast Ventures saying that they wanted to invest in us and that they wanted us to participate in their highly competitive venture accelerator program in Philadelphia. Needless to say, I was to the moon, excited. I was officially a founder on my way to unicorn success. But I quickly learned I had to reel that in, because after moving all the way to Philly on the very first day of the program, the venture partners informed my team that they wanted us to drop the idea completely and pivot to something new. Needless to say, I was completely taken aback by this, right? Like, how could they select us out of thousands of applicants, write us a substantial check if they really didn't like our idea? I just couldn't figure it out. And so what they told us was they actually believed in me and my co-founder. It was our passion and our authenticity that really resonated with them and got them to take a bet on us. So after several weeks of intense research and ideation, we developed an app called Visi, a social mobile platform that allowed people to leave behind and discover virtual content in physical places. So sort of answering the question, what if these walls could talk? Essentially, we weren't just building another app. We were solving something that genuinely frustrated us, the disconnect between virtual and physical places. That leads me to the second gem. Entrepreneurship means jumping from failure to failure with undiminished enthusiasm. I'm going to repeat that again. Entrepreneurship means jumping from failure to failure with undiminished enthusiasm. We launched Visi in 2012. Even though the app had an amazing design and received some early traction, we struggled to fundraise and ultimately ran out of runway, so we had to shut down the company. It definitely felt like a huge failure at the time, but in hindsight, it was everything that I needed, because that whole experience gave me a wealth of knowledge. It helped grow my network significantly, and I was eventually recruited to join WeWork in the early days. And the role that they had me come on board for was to lead their expansion team in London. So that role was even more in line with my passions than what I was doing before. So several years later, after selling millions of dollars of office space and enduring that whole WeWork roller coaster, moving back to New York, I realized that I wanted to do something that was more impact driven. And so with that, I transitioned into education to manage operations at Uncommon Schools, overseeing various public charter schools in Brooklyn. When the pandemic hit in 2020, I was tasked with implementing new systems for hybrid learning, which was a challenge that required every single entrepreneurial skill in my toolkit. You see, there's no playbook for running a school in a pandemic, right? And at that time, there's a ton of uncertainty and fear coming from families, coming from teachers, coming from students, and I was the one who had to deal with it, right? So I had to really draw from within. And as I was reflecting, I came across this term that I learned in Japan, and basically it was the word for crisis, right? And I realized that the word, the formal way of writing this word, it consisted of two words, crisis and opportunity, right? And to me, that was just so profound, right? It's profound wisdom. And it allowed me to navigate this really difficult situation with confidence and poise, right? Because in Japanese, it is a matter of fact that crisis includes opportunity. Crisis and opportunity is one and the same. This is the basis of the final gem that I want to share with you, which is Spot opportunities when others can only see problems. Spot opportunities where others only see problems. For me, with each role, each transition, each new challenge, one fundamental principle became clearer and clearer. Entrepreneurs train themselves to see opportunity where others see obstacles. The pandemic wasn't just a crisis, it was a chance to reimagine education. For Vizzy, running out of capital wasn't just a failure, it was also learning. Being the kid in the neighborhood with a briefcase may have felt a little shameful at the time, but it was also my competitive advantage. I want to be really, really clear about something. Entrepreneurship doesn't only look like starting the next tech unicorn. Entrepreneurship is helping your mom revamp her restaurant's menu or creating a social media presence for her business. Entrepreneurship is selling snacks and study guides in between classes. Entrepreneurship is starting a video game club in college. It's being paid to DJ at dorm room parties. It's turning your passion for cooking into a recipe channel on YouTube. It's pitching new ideas within whatever company you choose to join after graduating college. But the most important context you'll need to be entrepreneurial in is charting your own destiny. You are the CEO of your own existence. You are the architect of your own future and the author of your own story. Entrepreneurship is not a straight line to success. It's a series of experiments, pivots, and lessons learned. The difference between entrepreneurs who make it and those who don't isn't the absence of failure, it's how you respond to it. I want to take this moment to thank NFTE for empowering me over 2 decades ago and continuing to empower countless young entrepreneurs today. To the students, thank you so much for allowing me to share my story. And thank you even more for sharing yours with me. I'm so incredibly grateful to be witnessing the start of your journeys. And I'm even more grateful to be here and just see the magic that you're going to make in the future. Thank you so much for this. You guys are going to create such an amazing future for yourselves and ultimately impact the world in a way that's so amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Charles, for sharing your unique insights with us, and thank you for everything you do as an advisory board member and volunteer for NFTE. I see that our judges are returning. After all of their deliberations, the time is coming soon. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the president and CEO of NFTE, Dr. J.D. LaRock.
Thank you very much, everybody. We are going to get to announcing the winners very, very soon. But would you all first please join me in acknowledging our fantastic West team members here. Please give a round of applause to Emma and Christina, Chris Batista. Marshawn is with us, the volunteer coordinator. We also have a couple other NFTE staff members, Darlene Lacey, our Director of Product Innovation, and of course, Suzanne Taylor, who runs all of these events across the country. And finally, Leah Bruder as well on our development team. It is something we cannot do without them and without you. And I would just like to say briefly what a wonderful community this is. I am looking upon so many different types of people. You know, some people out there are saying these days that diversity is a bad word, but not in this room. And let me tell you why. I'm looking out at a diverse panel of judges from diverse professional fields, a diverse core of educators from schools, middle schools, high schools, after-school programs and community programs like the Urban League. I'm looking at the diverse professionals who make up our advisory board, and of course, our students themselves. You know, the West Region has a lot to be proud of because if you didn't hear it already, you are the defending national champion region. Well done there. And SoLA is going to come up and read the winners, but I have no idea. I have no idea how you judges sorted from amongst those five really strong presentations. And once again, I must point out, our middle school students, they just bring it. So let's have a hand for our middle school students. All right. Where are our competitors? They should come back up on the stage. Come on up. As you come up, I want to show all of you what this is. This is a ticket to our national competition, and it entitles the bearer to represent the West region and compete in our National Youth Entrepreneurship Challenge on October 8th in New York City. And here is what I want to tell you all before we announce the results. Because of your standing as a finalist here today, all of you will get one of these tickets and are going to New York. Congratulations. Congratulations. You will have a chance to compete against the competitors from our other 6 regions nationally, and then the winner of our national competition competes in NFTE's global competition, which is drawn from the 34 countries that we also work with. So we have a lot of competing to get to. One short piece of advice before SoLA comes up and we read the results. You all did such a great job, and what an amazing diversity of businesses, from consumer products to creative industry to technology to app-based. I mean, you just represent here on this stage such an incredible range of knowledge and human endeavor. The future is in your hands, and I personally am glad for that based on what I saw today. So, all right, come on up, SoLA. And let me invite the judges, if they have any brief comments you would like to give, any feedback to our competitors? Are you good? You good? You want to hear yeah, go ahead, real brief.
I just want to say every single one of you did amazing. And if you were to walk into my bank today, I'd invest in all of you. Your presentations were phenomenal. You are winners at the end of the day, and take this and let it empower you to your next phase.
The quality was better than professional pitches, so believe in yourselves, really.
Yeah, plus one to that, I've seen so many of these pitches, and you guys were killing it. Good job.
As a former student who were up there, I completely empathize with you all. You have done an incredible job. You guys have truly set such a high standard, and truly can't wait to see who brings nationals home. So excited to see y'all.
I'll agree with everyone else. I think I've seen better pitches from you than I see from Ivy League business school students. And I loved your passion for all of you, the reason why you came up with your businesses, the thought process, the presentations, the articulation, the reason why and for whom and how. It was all really powerful, so congratulations. You should be very proud of yourselves.
All right. And so let's hand it back to our MC SoLA to announce the big results. Go ahead.
Okay, the moment has come. Okay. And now, this year's runners-up, each receiving $250, are Cicely Yu and Raymond Chung Wu with Nature Hue. And our second runner-up team would be Noelle Cannon for Smart Swing. Our next winning $500, today's third place winner, is Lychee Lee, Los Angeles Urban League Mischief Films. And taking home $1,000, today's second place winner is Jamie Jimenez, Nightingale Middle School Sober Band. And of course, the first place winner, receiving $1,500, is Andre Chang with Nightingale Middle School, Mindy. All right, that concludes the competition. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.